Maria, you're sitting at sort of the across the interagency, right? Looking at a lot of different moving parts here. A whole bunch of priorities that you all have already knocked off, a whole bunch more to go. Give us the top two. Take us home here on sort of what, as an aggregate, what are the top two priorities coming out of the White House these days?
Yeah, Luke, that list is a mile long, like you said, lots
Of
of things in
course.
play, lots executing right now. But I would say first, the federal government has to continue its transformation, the digital transformation my colleagues talked about. And that sustained IT modernization, right? The government has to be digital, nimble, resilient, secure. And we talked about AI and other technologies. In that digital transformation, we have to keep on with that, because it's not a one-off activity, and that requires sustained long-term investments. And really the government has to adopt new techniques, technologies, approaches, and it also requires us to have foster that culture that embraces the risk, even that Karen talked about, right? We have to embrace risk to some degree, and agile adoption, and really encourages innovation, and not just in technology, but everything else, like acquisition, right? That digital delivery is a necessity for our customers, whether they're internal or external, the American public. And second, I think I want to highlight that large modernization projects take time, funding, flexibility to manage well. And I think, as a priority, this is where, Congress can help. Overly restrictive deadlines, one-year funding, they create risk and uncertainty in a lot of the programs and projects across the federal government. We've got funding flexibilities like the TMF and the working capital funds, but we really need to look at that sustained long-term modernization, not just that digital transformation I talked about first, but really that sustainment, and having that funding and flexibility to really drive the long-term modernization and the transformation that we need. Again, that multi-year funding to sustain that modernization, that remains, and we really need to continue to drive in that direction.